morning, superstars. Today I'm going to answer the question, how do you ask your horse to canter and how do you get canter when you're riding your horse? This is video 1 in a 4-part video series for you, all about how to canter. Okay, how to get your horse in the canter. So many people have different strategies of how to get their horse in the canter. Some people like to do it in a corner. Some people like to do it on a circle, some people like to go out into the forest and ask their horse to canter. But there's a lot of confusion around doing a trot to canter transition and a lot of just frustration on how we meant to do it properly. So the aid for the horse to canter is, depending on 2 schools of thought, either the inside leg on the girth or the outside leg slightly back behind the girth. Either one is fine, you just need to be consistent. You can teach your horse to canter from a whistle. You can teach your horse to canter from a seat aid, which is what I like to do. You can teach your horse to canter from anything you want. The main thing is decide what the aid is and do it. So then when you teach your horse to canter, the main thing is that you first need to get it to do the behaviour. Remember, if you're enjoying this video, make sure you like, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and make sure you share it with your friends. So if you want to get your horse into canter, you need to get the behaviour of canter. There's no point going, oh, I delivered this amazing canter transition and I did it perfectly and it was exactly the canter transition I knew I had to ask for, but the horse never cantered. You have to get a result to then shape the behaviour into how you want it to be. So with Wes, he's a very trained horse. So a trot to canter transition on a trained horse is very easy. I'm trotting and then outside leg back, canter. Okay, but I understand for most of you that's not what trot canter looks like. Normally on a young horse or an inexperienced horse or on a rider that's learning, the trot canter transition looks like this. Trotting, trotting faster, trotting faster, trotting faster, trotting faster, and then eventually Wessel. So Wessel's very, very well trained. If you just apply leg and leg and leg and leg and leg and leg and leg, he trots faster and faster and faster and faster. Good boy, Wessie. Because when you put leg on a horse, that's what they should do. They should go faster in the gait. Leg doesn't mean go upwards in a gait. So again, if I just trot and I move my outside leg back, I get canter. If I don't move my outside leg back and give him the canter aid, I don't get canter. But the problem is, on a young horse and an unexperienced horse, your horse doesn't yet know that outside leg means canter yet. So you have to teach it. So the main thing is, when Wes was doing that funny trot, so trotting faster, I have to get him into canter somehow. Canter, 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 canter. Good boy, come on. Good boy. And he got into canter. Then I'm telling him he's the best horse in the world. Good boy, good boy, good boy. Now I'm not going to do that too many times because I do not want to teach him that that means that. But that's how you would go with a young horse. If you can't get canter in your young horse, you can't get canter in your inexperienced horse, you just trot and trot so fast that you'll eventually get into canter. Because the main thing is you have to get the thing that you're asking for. So that's what you want to do. Ultimately, yes, you want to teach the horse. So pretend you've done that 10 times. You've gone trot to canter, trot to canter. So the horse normally by then is quite hot, quite ready to canter. You can then go trot, canter, and you can see I touched him with the whip as well. So you can back up that outside rein with the whip saying, hey, I really want your legs to go do something different. And if the horse did a great trot canter transition like that, you tell him that he's the best horse in the world. You're the best horse in the world. And it really does help when you reassure the horse, tell the horse it's great. You know, it's basic conditioning from science. Reward the behaviour you want to see, ignore the behaviour that you don't want to see, and the more you reward, the more the horse wants to find and give you what you're asking.